final game during the regular season. First, let's meet our visitors, seniors. At this time, the seniors, whenever I call your name, if you could just stand up, please, that would be great. Jalen McGee. Maddie Ursula. Mallory, Ella Mallory. And Emily.
Picking up anything, or is it just I should repeat everything she repeats because otherwise no audio? Nothing clear. So should I repeat what she says?
Adriana John Hartman is escorted by her mother.
Adriana Hartman's taking the field? I'm not really entirely sure what a bocce match is called. We'll go with field.
The Bowling League, Youth Group, and the Penguin Project for Theater Group. She was accepted to go to Kutztown University for sports management and plans to start in the fall.
If you're just now joining East Penn's live feed of the bocce match, we are doing the senior night announcements.
Ella Miller. She's escorted by her mother and father, Sherry and Jason.
Senior Ella Miller taking the bocce pitch.
3 years softball and 3 years bocce. She is 4 years mini-thon, 3 years national honors, 3 years leadership.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've already lost one balloon. Repeat, one balloon is floating to the sea.
And 1 year link crew. She's planning on attending a 4-year university and majoring in nursing. Emily Weitelman, she is escorted by her mom and dad and sister.
Senior Emily Beitelman now taking the pitch.
She did 2 years bocce, 3 years tennis. She also was on the volleyball team for 2 years, leadership club for 2, and mini-thon for 2 years. She's planning on attending Shippensburg University and majoring in early childhood education. Next we have Grace Livingston. She's escorted by her mom, Colleen, sister Sophia, and brother Matt. She is 3 years
Senior
hockey,
Grace
3 years
Livingston now
softball,
taking the bocce
4
pitch.
years tennis, 2 years in mini-thon, 2 years in National Honor Society, 2 years in the math club, 1 environmental club, and also 3 years in leadership. She's planning on attending Penn State University. And next we have Christian Parker. He is escorted by his mom, Amy. He is 4 years football and 1 year bocce.
Senior Christian Harder now taking the pitch.
3 years in Young Life, and he's planning on attending college for nursing. Next we have Elliot Broom. He's escorted by his mom, Carrie, dad, Justin, and sister, Julia. He's 4 years
Senior
tennis,
Elliot Brune.
4 years football, 1 year bocce, 4 years mini-thon, 3 years Young Life, 1 year art club. He's going to college to become a He is going to be a physical therapy assistant. Next we have Ryan Potts. He's escorted by his parents, Tim and Jeff.
Ryan Potts, our last senior, taking the bocce pitch.
2 years National Honor Society, 4 years mini-thon, 4 years Young Life, 1 year leadership club. He plans on attending a 4-year college to major in engineering. Thank you to the athletes for your efforts and dedication to the orange and black. Let's give our seniors of 2026 a hand as we wish them nothing but success in their future endeavors.
And that wraps up our festivities for the senior evening.
At this time, we ask you to please rise and direct your attention to the American flag located on the back wall as we honor America with playing the national anthem. Seniors, you can go get your spots.
And that's it for senior recognition and the national anthem. The bocce match should be beginning shortly.
Please pardon the interruption. Cars that are parked in the lower lot need to be moved near the vans because the vans need to park there. So if you're parked in the lower lot on the one end, I believe that's where the vans park. And now we're going to announce tonight's starting lineup. First we'll go with the East Penn Panthers.
We're getting ready for the match to begin. A quick note of apology. Apparently, a bocce court is called a court, not a pitch. I apologize for the mistake there. To be completely honest, I know absolutely nothing about the sport.
Okay, first so we're going to announce East Pennsboro Panthers. Christian Harder.
For the Panthers, Christian Harder, Alex Grandia,
Ryan Potts,
Ryan Potts,
Jaden Ayala,
Caden Nile,
Leighton Rafferty,
Leighton Rafferty,
Elliot Brown,
Elliot Brown,
You know the rules and nothing?
Trey Meckley,
Trey Meckley,
Sydney Hoon,
Sydney Hillam,
Alex Dugan,
Aiden Dugan,
Grace Livingston,
Grace Livingston,
Adriana John Hartman,
Adriana Hartman,
Ella Miller,
Ella Miller,
Need a mic or anything?
yep,
Will Hope,
Will Cope,
Aiden Hall,
Aiden Hall, Joshua Terenia, Nick Cedar, and Emily Beidelman.
And for your Colts of Cedar Cliff, Abigail Weaver.
Yep.
We're good. I am joined now with my co-host, Turner Barlop. I believe he's actually watched bocce before, so he might have some idea what he's talking about, whereas I have none.
Yeah, I try to make it out every now and then.
Gil Cornwall is one of our officials this evening.
Are you able to hear me?
I am able to hear you. Are you able to hear me, Turner?
I can hear you. I can't hear myself, though.
You can't hear yourself in your own mic. Let me try turning this knob here. Does that
Yeah.
allow you to hear yourself a little bit better, buddy?
Nope, just you. All right, there we go. Yep. Great. Perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we've finished our technical difficulties and will now begin the match. I have absolutely no idea. We are playing Cedar Cliff, apparently.
Cedar Cliff has a good Polina roll in, and they're going to follow up with their first roll.
Palia, taken from the French for polio, meaning yellow ball.
Don't believe that's actually what it means. Their first green is going to roll a little bit further than the Polina.
Turner, what does it mean if the green ball goes past the tape?
Nothing.
Then why is the tape on the floor?
Because that tape is where they'll roll from on the opposite side. You have to be behind that tape if you're rolling from that side. If you're not rolling from that side, it doesn't really matter. But the Polina does need to stop between those two tapes.
What is the technical term for the white tape?
I think tape white. Not sure. Here we have Alex coming up to roll our first for East Penn. And the ball's off with a nice roll from Alex. It's making its way down. Gonna scoot, and it's gonna touch and kiss the Polina.
What is the significance of the kissing of the Polina?
Just normally means when you kiss it, you're going to be the closest to it if you're able to stop near it. There, unfortunately, we kept rolling, but normally if you're able to kiss the Polina, you're normally going to be your ball in.
Good position. Good position.
There we have Christian Harder with our second roll for East Penn. Looks like it's going to be a good one if we can get it to slow down here.
Christian Harder with a commanding roll, about a foot from the Polina.
So now the Cedar Cliff will roll because we are closest. And Cedar Cliff will continue to roll until they get a closer ball.
Now, if Cedar Cliff's unable to get a closer ball, what does that mean for the progression of the game?
It means we will automatically get 1 point, and then we will get to roll our other two. And if our other two are the second and third closest, then we'll get 3 points. So only the closest ball team gets points, and then from that, whoever has closest balls, if that makes sense.
It absolutely makes no sense. Closest ball gets a point. What does the second closest ball get?
If the second closest ball is the same team as that first closest ball, then they'll get a second point. If it's not, then the closest team only gets 1 point.
Cedar Cliff with a relatively aggressive throw. Ball bounces off the back pipe.
Cedar Cliff has one more attempt to get closer to the Polina than East Penn. Gonna see if he's gonna go for the dismount throw, which he is. Gonna try to knock East Penn out, and it's gonna roll right by.
Ooh,
bounce off the back wall.
Very aggressive throw. So had he knocked East Penn's red ball away from the Polina, Cedar Cliff could have taken a more commanding position.
Correct.
Now, what are we attempting to do with our 2 remaining red balls?
We're gonna attempt to get both those red remaining balls closer than their closest green ball to secure 3 points instead of just 1. As we have a bounce off the wall from Nick. It's gonna roll down.
Hard to see from this angle.
Definitely gonna need a measurement at the end of here.
Mr. Dorica, court official, calling it for red.
No, it doesn't matter yet because we're still the closest, so we'll keep going. I'd be surprised if he doesn't measure after this one.
Okay. Throw by Ryan Potts looking very promising.
Ryan Potts is definitely going to secure at least 2 points there for East Penn. I think we're going to get a measurement here to get a possible third.
Fantastic throw by Ryan Potts. I believe Ryan's planning to play D2 bocce ball. Is that correct, Turner?
I think he's still waiting on offers to decide on that, possibly trying to go D1 if he can get a good enough offer there.
D1 but uncommitted. The future is very promising for this young rising bocce star.
Ooh, that one's... We have some confusion here. The bocce balls are a little confusion because depending on what school you go to, sometimes there's different rules.
It does seem like there's confusion on the far court. On the close court, I believe East Penn took away 2 on that round. Is that accurate, Turner?
Yes, we took away 2 points there.
Miss Boston confirms the 2 points.
Here we have Sydney up to throw the Polina for our roll. It's going to be a good roll by Sydney.
Do we need the Polina to go past the half-court tape?
We do.
Okay.
So that's going to be a re-roll.
Re-roll. Any penalty for that, or is that just a try it again?
No penalty. We get 3 attempts, and then they get 1 attempt. And if we are unsuccessful in our 3 attempts and they're also unsuccessful in their 1 attempt, Mr. Dorica, the judge, will just place it down in the middle.
Oh, that's a good one, ladies and gentlemen, past half court.
That's a great roll for the Polina from Sydney.
Commanding position.
So now Sydney is going to return and throw our first bowl. Very nice roll from Sydney. Gonna lay on the right side, about 4 or 5 feet out.
Turner, it appears as though the plea is on the right index finger of the panther paw. Is that significant in any way?
I mean, sometimes we can use a little home court advantage, although this is at our middle school, so we have never played here before. But if it was at the high school, we could say that that would give us a little bit of an advantage there.
Cedar Cliff, not quite enough on that one.
I don't think they have many panther paws at their school.
Ooh. So the decals on the gym floor could be throwing them off mentally. It's a psych game.
Here comes Cedar Cliff's second roll. Looks to be pretty powerful. Just a little too much power. Gonna bounce off the back of the court. Cedar Cliff's gonna come up with their third ball, trying to get closer to the Polina.
A little bit of bounce at the beginning there. I think that caused some forward momentum.
Yeah, definitely. Gonna stop right before where they needed it to. Cedar Cliff with their last attempt to get closer to the Polina. It's gonna be a pretty powerful one. It's just gonna miss.
Keeps on coasting by. The ball is officially passed. Court official Dorica. And just touched the back wall.
Jaden is up with our second ball attempt. Gonna try to see if we can get 4 points out of this. Jaden's roll is just gonna touch off the back. Here comes Leighton Rafferty with our third roll. Gonna try to secure a second point here for East Penn. It's gonna be a nice roll from Leighton.
Seems to be getting very close to the pillow.
Oh, if it can just slow down, looks like it may have too much speed. Our last attempt to secure a second point is Elliot Brune. This is Elliot Brune's first year in bocce. He's a newcomer.
Really very interesting.
Looks like Elliot's going to take a bouncer to take some of that forward momentum off.
Might be some of that rookie year jitters. His throw a little short. Court official Dorica awarding East Penn 1 point.
Normally they do one court by the score and another court by the fouls, but it seems court 2 has still 0-0 as a draw.
Which means court 2 may be playing by fouls. Can you explain what that means, Turner?
Just means they'll put the scoreboard up there, so how we are using the home and visitor side, they would use the fouls.
I probably should have put that together on my own. Thank you, sir.
Our first Polina roll. Gonna just miss out of bounds.
Court official Dorica snags that up.
He's actually the fastest moving
He does
referee
seem
in bocce
sprightly
ball.
out there. Yes, I noticed that myself. A little bit of hustle.
Yeah, he's really been trying to give Mr. Cornwell some pointers, but as it's only his second year, he's still a little rusty. It's a successful Polina roll.
Polina settles nicely at the far end of the court. It's a very nice throw. We're looking
Very nice.
at 1.5 foot maybe for East Penn. Commanding position.
Now, Dr. Wilmer, do you see how he utilized the wall there to slow his ball down just before passing the Polina?
I did, but my thought, Turner, is does that not make you vulnerable to having your ball knocked out by Cedar Cliff?
It absolutely does. Lots of risks and rewards here. Lots of pros and cons.
They try to ride that far side pipe down, but
It's going to be a successful closer.
wow, threaded the needle on that one.
Here comes Alex with our second throw. Gonna see if we can get a red ball in here.
Alex, this young man looks like he knows what he's doing. I'm guessing it is not his first year on a bocce court.
Not at all. He's a very experienced.
Low center of gravity, preparing for the roll.
You see, I'm surprised we don't see more athletes get lower to the ground. I feel like it's easier to see and judge the lower you are and on that baseline with the ball.
I believe that's the Eastern European method of throwing popularized during Soviet domination of that. Oh, but it goes far.
Christian Harder is up with our third roll, and he takes no time and just throws it.
A lot of confidence there. Let's see if that pays off for him.
Christian's one of our big no-lookers. He throws, and then he just turns around. It's not going to pay off this
Not
time.
on that one. No. Maybe a little more prep time would have helped him there.
Ryan Potts going to come with the heavy throw, trying to knock
Very
Green out.
aggressive.
It's going to hurt us, actually.
Potts' throw so aggressive it knocks the back barrier out of joint.
And knocks our closest shred out, too. So we'll see if Cedar Cliff can take advantage here and get 4 points on the board.
Court official Dorica has repaired the damage done by Potts' aggressive throw.
And that's something we see a lot with Ryan when on his throws. A lot of times he breaks the court.
Just unleashes it. A lot of power there. A lot of power. Cedar Cliff's going to roll long on that one.
I think they're still going to get a 2 there with their green roll. I think they're looking at 2 points right now, seeing if they can possibly make it 3 or 4.
Ooh, just edged past.
It's a really good roll from Cedar Cliff. Just about a foot shy of the Polina.
I might have said 11 inches, and Cedar Cliff picks up 3 on that round. Making that match a tie. Turner, is bocce played to a certain number of points, or is there a certain number of rounds?
Yeah, that's a great question. So they have 2 to 3 games per thing, and each game goes 30 minutes. At around the 1 to 2 minute mark, Miss Boston's going to give us a little buzzer, and that's going to know that that is our last roll, and we will not be switching sides after that. When the time hits 0 and the balls are all thrown, the score that's on the board is who will tell the winner.
Cedar Cliff's First ball touches the back wall. Gives East Penn an opening here to get close to the peloton.
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 Sydney with our first roll. It's a really nice roll from Sid.
Very smooth, no bouncing at all.
Gonna see if it can settle here. Looks like it's gonna settle just short of that back tape and get us in for red.
So Sydney puts East Penn in a commanding position for this round. Second Cedar Cliff roll, a lot of bounce.
We're getting to around the halfway mark. We'll see if any teams start making any adjustments. I'm surprised we haven't seen a timeout yet from either coach.
Court official Dorica calls for the measuring tape.
Looks like we have some confusion on the clock again.
Disagreement over the technicalities of the game.
And Cedar Cliff's going to get their ball in, so we're going to be up to see if we can take advantage again. Jaden with our roll.
That seemed to come off his hand pretty quick there. A little flick of the wrist, and that is going to run long.
Still lots of opening for either team to take advantage here.
Turner, what material are the bocce balls made out of?
I know some are filled with water or sand. The outside is a thick, rubbery material, I guess you could describe it as.
These balls to me seem to be rolling with synthetic rubber. Can you confirm that?
I can neither confirm nor deny. Maybe we'll cut one open at halftime and certify and confirm that they're the correct material.
Enough. Call me old-fashioned, but I remember the days of pure Malaysian rubber ball.
That was the best. You'd have to wake up around 5 or 6 in the morning to get it, mudded and sticked and tacked, and those were the best balls. I'm not sure. I think we got cheap now. East Penn is still the closest ball. Cedar Cliff is going to look to make a final last attempt to take over.
Seems a little bit of confusion on the Cedar Cliff bench. Turner, it seems as though each player just rolls on a line down the roll. Is that correct, or do they have certain players at certain throws?
There's actually 0 throws and 0 set in stone. Anyone can throw at any time. Just each person has to go, obviously. So some teams will strategize that. If another team uses all 4 balls, they will look to get their best player out to throw their ball first so they can get the closest point, versus if it's more of a closer match and you want to take advantage of that, sometimes you'll leave your best player to throw last.
Interesting. Elliott Bruce his ball. A lot of bouncing, but settling down nicely.
Oh, we might even get a kiss here.
Ooh,
Just going to miss an inch.
tell.
East Penn's going to come away with 2 here.
Fantastic last throw there for Elliott Bruin.
Seems court 2 is called a timeout.
I believe Elliott's dad played in college. Might be where he's getting his throwing motion from.
Yeah. Not sure. He's actually on IR right now. He has a torn labrum, but he still shows up and still puts in the best work. So we're super proud of our injured player, Elliott.
All the more impressive, because to look at him, you wouldn't even know.
No, not at all.
He's sitting on the bench, positive attitude, encouraging a teammate. See Seems like Elliott's part of the heart and soul of this team, in addition to his fantastic rolling ability.
I'd say his stronger point is team support.
East Penn's opening throw, slow and steady. Gonna leave us about 5 feet 3 inches.
East Penn in, Cedar Cliff roll.
I don't think that one's going to do it for Cedar Cliff. We are going to be well short. Very aggressive throw. We have bounced off the back wall.
Separated the court. Mr. Rika's speedy corrections have helped us.
Court Dorica official on it as always.
It's a very difficult court we play with because it seems when you pull one end out, the other end goes in. Strong throw from Cedar Cliff. Gonna see if it's able to stop in time.
It's gonna roll long.
Timeout, Cedar Cliff.
There's that timeout you expected.
Down 3-5. This is still anyone's game. Mr. Dorica, how long have you been reffing?
This is going to be my 4th year.
4th year. And what's your favorite part of reffing bocce ball, would you say?
The breathlessness of waiting for the ball to finish rolling, and especially when it gets really, really close. It's incredible.
It is. We think you have the fastest speed out of any ref out here. What would you say like it takes to be such a quick ref and such a, just outstanding ref like yourself?
I pretend that Womer is chasing me with his bare feet, and it makes me want to run really, really, really fast.
Gotcha. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Dorica.
The breathlessness of the pitch. Poetic way to put it.
It seems as if you are a part of his motivation.
I'd like to think that I contribute in my own small way. It's interesting to me that East Penn does not have a permanent bocce ball court. Is it safe to say there was a fair degree of controversy when we decided to do a turf field for field hockey, but bocce ball still putting together pipes?
There's definitely a lot of controversy there, especially with a bocce court only averaging around $30,000 to $40,000 versus a turf field, which is upwards of $2.5 million of your taxpayers' dollars. We're going to get a nice kiss from Cedar Cliff to bounce their Polina back towards their other balls. This could be a very good move for them to take advantage of.
A kiss indeed, a very aggressive smooch. That ball removed the Polita at least 5 feet.
Looks as if Cedar Cliff, if they can get away here, they might get away with 3 points. Unless Alex has something to say about it.
He's getting his traditional form, low center of gravity, lining up his shot.
I don't mind that roll from Alex at all. It looks like it's going to be actually perfect with a kiss.
Another bump of the Polina. This might need measured. I do not have the practiced eye of court official Dorica.
Red in. Nice.
Fantastic throw.
Christian Harder up with our third ball. Going to see if we can tack on an extra point here. Now, this is where it gets tricky because you want to get close, but you don't want to get too close and risk putting out your only ball.
I don't think that's going to be a worry on that one. Christian Ball's going to have trouble making it to half.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ryan Potts here throws a waste ball, which looks like it's going to be to secure our 1 point. That's a common strategy teams will use just to prevent the possibility of taking away your only point.
By bumping the Polina farther away, correct?
No, by just throwing your ball right past the tape and not actually rolling it. Almost like darts if you hit the perfect amount and you just throw your second one on the ground.
Because what you're worried about is bumping the Polina farther away.
Correct. Yes.
Thank you, thank you.
Gonna
Official Dorica officially measuring it.
9.5 to 8.5. We had a correction there. Green actually got one. I'm surprised we didn't have a measure before that.
You gotta respect the humility of a court official like Dorica, though, to have been at this for 4 years and still willing to double guess his eyeball on that and call for the ruling. It's a refreshing degree
Definitely.
of uncertainty on his end, and shows a lot of respect for the athletes here today that he takes their throws seriously.
Yes, 100%. Luckily, Cedar Cliff was out of balls, so it did not change any of the order or anything.
East Penn still up by 1, going into what might be the last throw.
Cedar Cliff with their first roll, a powerful roll, an assertive roll.
That is going to cozy up well. Very nice opening throw. You're looking at 2 feet there, maybe.
Sydney's going to get down and make our first roll for East Penn.
I believe Sydney might have gone with a backhanded motion there. I haven't seen that since the Helsinki games. You know what they say about it.
It's one of the hardest rolls to actually master.
Exactly. Easy to start. Everybody thinks they're good to go, but man, that backhand will throw you off.
Yeah.
He's Penn a little too much speed on that as well. We have Leighton up. Is this her initial throw for the East Penn team?
It is. Just a little too much forehand. Thankfully, with Mr. Cornwell, we'll never have to question a call from the other court over there, as we can hear him from the high school.
Cornwall is known for his volume. Elliott Broom.
Elliott with the bounce throw to take off forward possession. We're going to see if it's going to be enough.
Seems like a lot of momentum on that ball, but cozying up nicely.
And Elliott's going to take advantage there and get our red in.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Looks like
Elliott
he's
Broom.
sweating bullets over there.
I don't know. I think it's all show. I think there was a flex. This man knows what he's doing. Credits where it's due. A very nice roll by Cedar Cliff. Court official Eureka, though.
Now here, we're in a situation where if Cedar Cliff pushes our red ball out, they already have 2 close enough balls where they could take a 3-point gain here, which looks like exactly what they're going to do.
Well strategized. Cedar Cliff. East Penn's balls are now at the far end of the court.
And they take advantage of that. It looks like they have no red ball to even worry about here on this final throw for Cedar Cliff.
Leaves us with very few options.
Some would say actually 0 options here.
Well, if she throws far, there's still the chance of 2, correct?
Yes, that is correct, but
That's
looks like
not
she's
gonna
going to
do
utilize
it.
that. That's a great throw from their previous.
Taking off some of the momentum using the sidewall, and that's going to be 3 for Cedar Cliff. And in a massive point swing, East Penn is now down by 2, heading into what's going to have to be the final pitch.
Definitely going to get a buzzer here.
Looks like some of the wind is out of the sails of Elliott Bruin. No more flexing on the sidelines here. So Turner, now that it's reset to 30 minutes, is it safe to say that match is over?
I believe so.
The scoreboard looks appeared to be clean, ladies and gentlemen, which I believe means Cedar Cliff will have taken that round 7-5.
Oh, so we can see the score behind our bench for Team 2. Not sure how this works because we were never given a last throw call.
It might cause some controversy later in the afternoon, but I rest assured that court official Dorico would have drawn attention if anything had been amiss. Turner, from your vantage point, can you see what the score is on the far side game?
Yeah, it looks like we have 2 and Cedar Cliff has 8.
Cedar Cliff dominating the far side, at least as of now.
But that may be incorrect. It may be flipped. It may be, no, we have 2, they have 8, definitely.
Cedar Cliff's domination of the far side is confirmed.
That's not something you see normally out of Team 1 as they are reigning Mid-Penn champions from last year.
I believe there was talk of nationals this year, but we might need to pull it together a little more than we have so far this afternoon.
I believe this is the 3rd time East Penn and Cedar Cliff are meeting, as East Penn has taken both the victories of those past matches. Gonna look if Cedar Cliff can even up the charts.
Turner, how many bocce matches are there in a typical season?
I believe there's around 20 to 30. I want to say closer to that 20, around 20 to 22. Yeah, I believe there's 4 or 5 teams in their conference, and they play those teams 2 to 3 times, most of them 3. So we're looking at around 15 to 22 games.
And Turner, do we know, is this our last game of the season, or is this just East Penn's senior night because it's our last home game?
It is our last game of the season. We go into playoffs next week.
Interesting. Do you know our seed for playoffs?
I do not. Am not aware. I believe it is alongside of the top. I believe it's pretty high up there. I believe our team 1 is ranked 2nd or 3rd. And our team 2 is ranked 7th or 8th. I think team 2 is just on the verge of making playoffs or not. We'll see if they can clinch their playoff seed today.
game on the far court has wrapped up with a Cedar Cliff victory. We have a 3-minute intermission before the next round. Coaches pulling their teams together, giving some inspirational speeches.
Not sure if we're going to get a switch here from East Penn or Cedar Cliff. Hopefully East Penn switches so we can see our team one.
Cedar Cliff calling somebody off the bench, possibly.
Yeah, you have to for rec ball. It goes off like every 30 seconds or something. You can't. You have to
We can take this time to check in with our camera woman, Kylie Rowland. Kylie, what is the school musical this year?
The school musical this year is The Wizard of Oz.
Kylie, what is your role in the school musical this year?
I am actually not a part of the school musical this year.
Kylie, that's somewhat shocking given the fact that, if I'm correct, you anchored and were the lead role in the school musical last year. Is that correct?
That would, in fact, be correct, yes.
So was your decision to step back from this year's musical as controversial as it may appear, or did it go over relatively well with your classmates?
I believe that the general controversy is a little different than it is amongst my classmates. I think definitely the staff was pretty shocked to hear this news, but, you know, I have to do what's best for me, and I think just stepping back and letting someone else get the chance to have a lead role and have their starring moment was the best decision for me.
So focusing on other pursuits, Kylie Rowland, ladies and gentlemen. Kylie, if you don't mind my asking, since we have 40 seconds left, what are those other pursuits?
I will be attending college next year. I will be going to St. Joseph's University for physician assistant studies.
Kylie, I don't want to be accused of got you journalism, but is it also true that there was controversy last year in the filming of The Little Mermaid that 12 aquatic wildlife creatures were killed in the production?
This is actually my first time hearing this news, and I would not like to comment on that.
There is fish blood on your hand, Kylie Rowland. Fish blood on your hands.
Looks like Cedar Cliff team 1 and 2 are going to be switching, so we'll get to see East Penn team 2 again take on the opposing Cedar Cliff team.
Cedar Cliff has the first roll. Just line him up on the far side. I think he tried to put some spin on that.
Let's see if Trey can get us a red win.
Looks like another ball rolled wide.
Dr. Wilmer, can you... never mind. I found Cedar Cliff's ball. We both are located on the back wall.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, this is East Penn's second game of the afternoon. So far, Cedar Cliff is taking this afternoon's wins 2-0. Still plenty of bocce left to play. Looks like another roll that's just gonna keep going. Christian Harder with his patented no prep roll. Let's see what he can do with it this time.
There's a rumor that's been going around school. Chris actually puts his bocce ball shirt on the day before the match and does not take it off until 12 p.m. the night of.
So it's safe to say he sleeps and showers in that shirt as well.
I believe the sleeping. I believe he just doesn't attend showers during the bocce matches.
It's a bold move. I guess as a creature of habit, it might just be when he needs to get in the right mental space for bocce. Looks like a solid roll from Cedar Cliff. I think that one's going to do it. Court official Dorica disagrees. I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsor for this afternoon's broadcast, Dave's Hot Chicken. There's no chicken like Dave's Hot Chicken.
Did you make it there with your daughters yet?
My daughters are currently obsessed with stinky old Chick-fil-A. You know what they say about Chick-fil-A? It kind of sucks.
Well, unless that banana pudding milkshake is on their shelves, you won't see me there.
I feel the same way about the peach. Cedar Cliff puts it within 4 feet. Aiden Dugan taking possibly his first roll of the afternoon.
That is true. He subbed in for Ryan Potts here this afternoon.
Taking Potts out is a bold coaching decision. I can't say I agree, but I am not in Mrs. Etter's shoes.
I can't say I disagree after him breaking the court for a 4th time today.
It's the power that you need to try to control. And Potts at this stage in his game just seems to have too much.
That's something he's really interested to see how that works in the Division I level when Ryan makes it there. Because more power is very useful there. Here, you really want to focus on your strategy and more form than power.
He's lacking a little finesse, I guess you would say.
As one would say.
Puerto Rico official goes to the tape.
Cedar Cliff comes away with 1 point there.
Cedar Cliff starts out strong in our second match of the afternoon.
It seems like Elliot Brune's getting tired. It's not a good look for East Penn.
Put a lot of energy into that first round. A lot of showboating with his teammates and raising the morale as you spoke of, but it might cost him if he's tuckered himself out.
You see, we have a balloon up top here watching over us.
We lost that during senior recognition night to the general amusement of the players. Because, you know, once they get an inch away, they might as well be a mile away. And yet several people still tried to jump for it and were unsuccessful.
Oh, Mr. Court Official Derica makes a correction. Going to be a fast-paced Polina roll, bouncing off the right wall, bouncing off the second wall. Just shortly going to slip by that back tape, so we're going to get a re-roll for our third attempt on the Polina.
If this throw goes far as well, that means it's East Penn's throw. Is that correct?
That is correct. And it is just going to stop before that back tape.
That one's going to sit. Cedar Cliff for the roll. Feels fast to me.
I wonder if my car is going to be towed. I was informed that I parked near the vans, and all the vehicles that parked near the vans needed to move before the bocce match started.
I believe those vehicles have already been towed.
Oh, well, good thing it's just a short 30-minute walk back to my house in this nice 15-degree weather.
Celebratory high-fiving going on the East Penn bench. Elliot Bruin seems to have maybe gotten a second wind. I think Cedar Cliff's going to like where that one ends up. Oh, never mind, a little far. It's off the back wall.
Ooh. Green 1 there on court 2. Looks as if Cedar Cliff is called for a measure after official Cornwell's already picked up the balls.
I doubt a court official Cornwall is used to being second guessed. That is a bold move.
Looks like he was correct.
No shockers there. It is court official Cornwall.
Here we have Jaden with our second ball for East Penn.
Very smooth release. Let's see how it pays off for him. Jaden's ball is going to roll a little far.
Seems Jaden might be a tad disappointed after that throw, using Elliot as more of a arm rest, head rest, as one would say. Now making sure his ears are clean.
I do hear that Elliot Bruin has a soft shoulder to cry on or be comforted in.
Yeah, it's all that broken muscle up from that laborium tour.
Leighton Rafferty with a ball that looks nicely positioned.
See if Elliot Bruin can take advantage here with a bouncer.
Throwing left right-handed, I believe, due to his shoulder injury.
That's going to be a great roll from Elliot Baroon.
Laid up very nice.
You know, some people compare this game to hopscotch. I more compare it to curling, like a winter curling sport. Just trying to sneak your ball in there closer to the target.
Cedar Cliff rolls far. That's going to end up very nice for East Penn, I believe.
Gonna come away with 1 point there for East Penn.
East Penn ties it up in the second match.
It's a great team effort by East Penn. Elliot Baroon comes away with that amazing throw.
It's interesting you bring up curling, which I believe is a Canadian sport, as bocce is Bulgarian in origin.
Thought bocce was taken after the game baccarat.
I believe that's correct.
Here we have Trey with our first red throw.
Taking some momentum off the back wall. Seems to be rolling long. Is it true that Trey has a licensing deal for those sneakers? Because that man is wearing them incredibly well.
That is 100% correct. He is sponsored by Dave's Hot Chicken Shoe Brand, which he is currently flexing.
I believe they use tan chicken hide in their leather, giving it a supple and flexible feel, unattainable with traditional cow leather. And Cedar Cliff is going to like that positioning.
We have a close game on court 2 and court 1. 1-1 on our court and 1-2 Cedar Cliff on their court.
Very aggressive roll on court 2. Hard to see what the strategy was there from this angle, but that man was whipping it.
It seems like Ella Miller just had to retrieve the ball from the doors. Luckily, those were closed, or some kid might be walking to class tomorrow and tripping on a cow leather ball.
Now, Ella Miller, she's another one of our seniors, is that correct?
That is correct.
Any rumors in the works about her post-college or post-high school bocce plans?
Yeah, so she's really been looking into possibly going overseas, starting up a bocce club team in Australia, as it has not been created there yet. She's actually told me in a private setting that she thinks she could create a good team in Australia to take on our American team in the Olympics coming up in 2028.
That seems like a pretty bold overstatement there. Is it true that traditional bocce rubber would melt in the Australian heat?
I'm not sure how that would work. I feel like it would. I don't think they're heat. And there we have Cedar Cliff. Gonna have a fault there.
Court of
Stepping over the
Rica.
line, unfortunately.
Nimble on his toes as he scoops up that errant ball.
She checks the balls before she picks it up, trying to find the correct weight. Not sure if we have that much displacement in our balls here. I believe they're only weighed and measured at the beginning of the season, so if they do lose weight over the season, the team could take advantage of that. Or it could be the wear and tear from that leather.
It's a lot of trust going to an opposing team's school and assuming that their balls are of the appropriate weight and size and texture, but I guess it's all just part of the bocce game.
It's going to be a nice roll from Cedar Cliff. Going to touch our own ball and kiss the Polina.
Bounce and a kiss. Court official Dorica eyeing it up. Oh, never mind. Double guesses it and calls for the measurement again. You got to respect
Going to get a clarification here.
the humility of this man to have been a professional bocce official for 4 years and still willing to go to the tape.
Some say he wears a tape measure on the bottom of his shoe that he can just pull out, but we have yet to see that.
I've been told he has promised to not shave his beard until East Penn wins nationals.
I don't know if I've ever seen him shave his beard, honestly.
All the more reason to cheer for our team. There will be a clean chin to Dorica. That is a very nice roll. Turner, did you see who launched that for East Penn?
I believe it was Christian Harder, as he's getting all the fame from everyone over there.
A lot of love from the team for Christian. Well done. Aiden Dugan up for a roll.
You know, and something we really like to take advantage of is our spare players. So when Aiden is sitting out that first half or that first game, he's saving all his energy. And we trade him out for someone who can use more of their energy. So when Ryan gets in, he likes to use a lot of his power and he gets tired. So it's nice being able to utilize a switch out there for that second game.
Again, it's the strategy we were talking about earlier. Not always a power game, more of a finesse judgment call.
It sounds like
Mr. Wilmer, I just wanted to ask you, I heard rumors that you will be once again shaving your beard at Minithon. Is this correct?
I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Kylie Rowland just ran onto the court and stole my microphone. There will be no more interruptions of that kind.
Is that true, though, Mr. Wilmer? Will you be shaving your beard at Minithon?
I have not been asked to shave my beard at Minithon because, truth be told, I do not have a beard right now. What is on my chin is like 3 days' worth of growth. So you guys have just been conditioned to think of less significant facial hair as a beard because Mr. Baker has been trying to grow his for a year and a half. I think he's just crested peach fuzz. What is on my face is not a beard. It's what happens when a man sneezes.
Achoo, achoo.
But I will be chaperoning Minithon with my daughters, which they are very much looking forward to.
Believe court 2 is finished up there, or is it a timeout?
Seems like they're huddling with Coach Sharon Etter. That to me implies timeout.
All breaks on court 2 while we're all gas on court 1. Sydney's going to set up for our second roll for East Penn.
Sydney with the deep knee bend.
She almost uses that side as a rumble strip. It stops it just in a perfect spot.
Took off some momentum. We're looking at 2 feet.
Cedar Cliff's bench trying to fix their own end.
That one's going to roll long. Cedar Cliff trying to get a little spin off that. Seems to be running the right side. That one's going to come up short. Very aggressive roll from Cedar Cliff. Knocks Sydney's ball well back into the court. Puts Cedar Cliff in a commanding position. This ball gonna come up just short. Oh, I take that back. Puerto Rico official calling for the tape.
Seems as if we have a Ryan Potts coming over to take an interview here.
Look at the confidence in that man's swagger. He knows what he does when he's dealing with the media. It is not Potts' first rodeo.
Here I'm met with Ryan Potts. And Ryan, this is your first year playing bocce, is that correct?
Yeah.
And what would you say your favorite takeaway from bocce is?
Just like the lessons, you enjoy playing with the team one last time. It's just a lot of fun.
Yeah. And what would you say your favorite part of practice is every day?
I just enjoy it all. I enjoy coming, hanging out with everyone. It's good fun.
Now, Ryan, you tried out for the team your freshman, sophomore, and junior years and didn't make it past tryouts. Do you feel like that was a burden going into senior year or motivated you to really push through?
Really came to this year with a chip on my shoulder. It's really motivated. I had to put in a lot of work in the off season. Now I'm here, man. So
Turning adversity into opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Potts.
We've heard possibilities of you going to college and expanding your bocce ball experience. Is that true? Have you been looking at any close colleges, far colleges, possibly division-wise?
Actually, I have a lot of offers from some big D1 schools. Got Alabama for one. I think Harvard wants me too.
Well, there you hear it. Ryan Potts sounds like he's headed off to Harvard this next summer.
There is a lot of scuttlebutt out there about Ryan's power, though. Makes me wonder if when drug testing rolls around for those D1 offers, he's going to be able to come up clean, as they say.
Would you say your strong point, Ryan, is your powerful throws?
Oh, definitely. 100%. I put the mustard on.
But it's led some to question how natural that power is.
Oh, it's all natural, man. I'm barely tossing.
Past Division I standard testing?
Oh, yeah. I'm actually, I think I'm going to be an Olympic team next 2 summers from now. I think I'm already doing that.
There you have it, Ryan Potts, ladies and gentlemen. It seems as if Elliot has fell asleep. He is back awake. Thank you, Ryan Potts.
That ball's gonna roll long.
There we see Alex hyping up his teammate Chris before he gets in for his throw. He's going to go for a bounce shot here. Bouncing off the right wall. It's going to slow down.
Ladies
Just
and gentlemen,
kiss the Polina. There you have it, Christian Harder.
I'm not sure it ever pulled away. What do you call a kiss that does not end?
Kiss. You know,
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a kiss because that ball is right up against it.
and here's where you can really tell that he has been wearing that shirt for the past 12 to 14 hours.
With a throw like that, though, who's going to question him?
Only our gym teachers, probably.
Now, Turner, would it be safe to say here that Cedar Cliff is going to go for an aggressive bumping of Christian's ball?
Yes, as if they can successfully do that, it will possibly push the Polina back too. They just missed that.
That one's going to go long. Christian's ball, I believe, is also shadowing the Polina. Another strategic placement.
I think from Christian's perspective, you can't even see the Polina.
Nice throw from Cedar Cliff, but that one's not going to do it either, ladies and gentlemen.
No, and this is why I really love bocce ball, because every team would just handle this differently. You know, you would see some that pull Ryan Potts out of the bench and see how hard he can throw. Then you have others to see if they could possibly push our ball in and get right around it. So we have Trey trying to solidify a second red.
That's going to be a solid roll. Am I wrong? Trey looks like he's going to end up very nicely positioned.
Eden Duggan is up for our final roll.
Aiden Dugan also kisses the Polina. Ladies and gentlemen.
I think we have 3 East Penn balls within a foot radius.
Trifecta, ladies and gentlemen. 3 commanding points for East Penn. I believe that puts us at 6-2.
With 3 minutes remaining, I think this is going to be our last rolls. Court 2 still has 5 minutes remaining. It's 3-4 on court 2.
Jaden throws a solid opening pitch. Polina well positioned. That throw seems aggressive. And it's going to roll long. Cedar Cliff bench. In conversation, seems to be strategizing. Now ready to make their move.
Looks like Elliot's getting a mid-game photo from Mr. Hansen.
Cedar Cliff's ball rolls long. I believe Elliot was voted most photogenic member of the bocce team.
I would not disagree with that.
Court
2-minute warning.
So that means this will be our final rolls here for court 1.
And the field pretty wide open. No one very close at all. Let's see what Sydney has up her sleeve.
Sydney with a no-look roll. Looks promising.
Lighten up for a roll. Good momentum. I think that's going to sit well.
Great roll from Cedar Cliff.
That is well under 6 inches. Let's see what Elliott can do.
I think he's going to go for the speed method here. We call that bowling.
There's a lot of heat on that ball, and the peloton rolls. Fantastic strategy, correct?
Fantastic strategy.
Put himself well in position to pick up a point.
It's a fantastic roll by Elliott Broom. Court 1 has ended with East Penn victory 7-2. And it looks like Cedar Cliff was eyeing up to take 3 points there. Court 2 is still anyone's game as it is 4-4.
So, Turner, that's it for court 1, is that correct?
That is correct.
Score on court 2, what do you have?
4-4.
Tied up, ladies and gentlemen, with 14 seconds left. A real nail biter.
And it looks like Cedar Cliff's going to come away with 2 points there and solidify their win. 6-4, Cedar Cliff sweeps the board today.
So, overall, for the afternoon, we have 3 games to Cedar Cliff, 1 to East Penn.
I believe they both have to play one more round now, is what it sounds like, according to.
As a tiebreaker, what's going on?
I'm not 100% sure. This is where it gets a little confusion. Some games Some